Good morning. Good morning. Happy New Year. Hello. Hi. Good morning, all my friends out there in Cricket Land. How are you? Hey, it's Rita. In case you didn't know, it's Rita from Miss Rita to the Rescue, and I'm here for today's cricket chat. Hello, Leslie. Hi, Loretta. Gloria. Hello. There's Delia. Gail. Christine. Nice to see you this morning. We got a new person, Little Angel. I think they're new. Good morning, Louise. And Dorothy's here. Who else? Melinda, Donna Davidson. You, I saw, are from Washington State, so you're up really, really early. And I want to thank you for that. Thank you for being so dedicated. Who here is new to Cricket Chat? If you are, do say hello. Say hello in the comments. There's Jamie Leonard. Hi, Shirley. How are you, Diana? Jill, hello. So if you're new, let us know. This is probably the best cricket group on the planet. We have this wonderful cricket chat now in its third year. Yep, I've been doing it for, I think, well, let's see. I started, maybe it's going into the fourth year. I've been doing it since the pandemic in March of 2020. So that's 2020, 2021, 2022. So we're almost into our fourth year. So we're in our third year. And welcome to everybody. If you're new, Peru, we've got somebody watching from Peru. Isn't that lovely? Hello, Victoria. Welcome. Okay, so it's a brand new year. I hope you all had wonderful New Year's. I had a very quiet one with my two dogs. Everybody else was off gallivanting. Isn't that a great word, gallivanting? Um, what are you doing down there? So my little boys, my two corgi boys were my midnight kisses. Although I didn't make it to midnight, I'll be honest with you. So this is Cricket Chat, and what we try to do is to make everyone feel comfortable with their cricket, whatever machine you have. I use all of my machines. I have all the machines, and I try to vary it, kind of switch it up. I use the Joy, I use the Explorer 3, the Maker 3, the regular Maker, the Easy Press, all the Easy Presses. And we have a lot of fun here, and most of the time you can end the day with a really fun project and you can feel accomplished, like you have started to understand your cricket. Or maybe you're somebody who has been cricketing for a very long time and just need some inspiration, and that's what we're here for. The chat is great because A, you'll make new friends. But B, you have some really knowledgeable people who have been doing this for a long time, and they know how to ask questions. If you have any concerns, my wonderful admin, she kind of fell into the position, but Loretta is here to help you, and also Shirley helps as well. So I appreciate it. Um, oh, you laid down, slept till 9. Gail, you're funny. So yes, if you have any questions, talk to Loretta, or just ask them in the chat. Now, we used to have this, or we have been doing this on both Facebook and YouTube, but I'm having a little bit of a problem with my you ready to make tiles, Renee? Oh, that's awesome. So I'm having a little trouble with my streaming software. So right now we're just using YouTube, and I apologize if you're from Facebook and you've had to migrate over to the dark side of YouTube. I apologize, and maybe we'll be able to fix that. I don't really know. So until now, we're just going to kind of do that. I am a cricket product expert. I have been doing cricketing. I have been cricketing since 2000. and 12. Oh my goodness. It's been 10 years since I started working with Cricut machines. And since 2014, I have been something called a Cricut product expert, which is a select group of people who basically just educate. We don't work for Cricut, but we work with Cricut and we educate and entertain people with inspiration. And my main thing that I do here is this video, but I'm way more than a YouTube channel. We also have Facebook groups and we do Zooms and we have giveaways, and it's just a whole lot of fun. And it's what keeps me going. And I hope keeps most of you going. So good morning. Good morning. Today we're going to do a fun card. It's a New Year's card, but there's also an alternate card that I'm going to show you that you could also do. But so it's a New Year's card, and the difference here is that we have used iron on, or I have used iron on. See that? It's Cricut iron on black cardstock. Yes, you can use iron on, you can use vinyl, you can mix your media, as they say, and you can do a lot of fun things with that. And so if you're the kind of person like, I'm not really that interested in vinyl or that interested in iron on, I'm going to make you interested in it because it's really just a lot of fun to play with cards. I am primarily a card maker, although we do try different things from time to time, including last week we did some experiments on metal. We did ironed on metal. We ironed on a painted metal surface. We ironed on a non-painted metal surface. We did tiles. We did these awesome tiles that had all this positive affirmations on them that we ironed on. We tried infusible ink, which a lot of people have, on wood, and that was part one. Part two is coming up this week. I'm still working on getting my blanks fixed up. Okay. But primarily I do paper crafts, but I do try to kind of stretch the boundaries and see what we can do in way of different projects. So you're going to get a lot of ideas. And one of the things is that a lot of times people come and they're like, what's the file? Can you send me the file for this? And I don't have to send you the file because last year Cricut came up with a brand new thing called Cricut Community. Hey, there's Santo. Hi, Santo. Hi, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. So I want to show you Cricut Community. So this is the home page of Cricut when you log into Design Space. Now this I'm showing you on my computer, but it's also on an iPad. I've shown you how to use the iPad as well. And I just wanted to kind of point out this brand new thing called Cricut Community. So from here, you will see up here where there is a search bar. There's a search bar, and you can also see underneath it says project, images, and community. If you hit on the community, you're going to find nearly 70,000. This is over, I don't know how long, very few months, but there's 70,000 different images in here, and projects. They're actually finished projects. Such a great resource. If anything you want to see, you can just search for it. So I'm going to type in Happy New Year and see what people are making for the new year. Oh, look, they made a banner. There's a wine. Ooh, like a little champagne bag. That's so cute. Gonna have to remember that for next year. You know how we do that? We click on here. So here's a wine bag. I'm going to click on that. I'm going to bookmark it. Okay. And there's a lot of different cards and everything. I am the kind of person who has great intentions to send out Christmas cards, but then I always wait until the new year to actually get them out. So I do a lot of Hello New Year cards, including there's one over here that I really loved making with metallics and everything. And, the today's one, which is this one here. No, not this one, but we did this one as well. So you can come and you can take these projects and you don't need to, type in anything. You just click on it. It brings you to the project. And if you want to share that project to other people, you do that, which is an example here. There's my friend Leslie, who lives in Acton, Medfield, maybe, in Massachusetts, where I'm at in Massachusetts. And she's taken this card, this Anna Griffith card, and redone it herself. And it looks really fabulous, Leslie. Medfield. Okay. All right. So this is the Cricut community, and I would love it if you could follow me there, because then you can very easily pick up all my files. So I'm going to show you where I am in the community. You can find me just by looking up and seeing it says Miss Rita to the rescue. That's my community name, and I have 1,486 followers. Boy, I'd love to get that to 1,500. I don't know why. I like round numbers. So let's say hello to our newest followers, and I'm going to follow you back. Stephen, welcome. Tracy, thank you, Hashem. Thank you, Hashem. Martina, Arlene, a different Arlene, Jamera, Diane, Lynn, Nicole, and Tonda. I was going to say Tondra. Tonda, welcome to our community, and thank you for following me. I am following you back, and you're also going to be entered in to win a Cricut Cutie. We do that giveaway every Friday. Okay, every Friday morning we do that. Okay, so let's talk about this card, this Happy New Year card. I'm going to go over to the canvas and have a look. So this card started off as something different. I have a tendency to reshape cards and rework them to benefit you guys, myself. And I'm going to show you where I found this card. It's actually from a very old image set. So I go down here underneath the name and I check images and fonts used in this project. Okay. And you can see here, this Happy New Year is a card that was created and is part of Cricut Access. So we're going to go to images, and we're actually going to go to image sets. All right. And let's type in, we're in image sets. So image sets are just groupings of images. They used to be called cartridges. Cartridges would have image sets. And then since they have sort of morphed out of cartridges, they're now doing image sets. And so if you want to find things that are related in images, go to image sets. Now this card I know comes from a set called Simple Holiday Cards, and I just typed in the word cards. But let's scroll and we'll see that all of these, look here, all these great card sets that you can sort of peruse at your leisure. There's some really awesome sets here, and we've done a lot of images from there. But this is the one that I'm going to use, Simple Holiday Cards. It's a great one to remember because there are images from everywhere. There are images not from everywhere. There are images for all of the holidays starting in January all the way through to December, and there's quite a few of them. This one here is the one that I'm going to choose. Well, actually, I'm going to choose this Let It Snow, and then I'm also going to choose my here it is. It's over here in yellow, Happy New Year. Okay, and then I'm going to hit down here, Add to Canvas. So you'll see here, if you're new, you're going to see something that you're going to go, what, why? And I'll tell you in a minute. All right. So here's my original. This is what I've worked on. So what I'm going to do is just kind of group it and hide it so that you can see how I evolved this card. So you'll see here first is that it includes an envelope. I don't like making envelopes. I just buy them from like my craft store. So if you are the kind of person that likes to make envelopes, then go for it. But for me, I just kind of not for me. So I group these, and I'm just going to delete this. I'll do the same thing here since we're here. I'm going to ungroup and then delete the envelope. Okay. Now, you'll notice when I ungrouped, it left me with two pieces. So this is an old-fashioned sort of card. They're both exactly the same, where the actual card face, the face of the card is attached to the back of the card. And these were like the starting point of what's called insert cards. And you guys know insert cards because we have those card mats for the Joy and the 2x2 card mat for all the other machines. And they're great. They're simple and easy. However, I don't like them. So, I mean, I love insert cards for what they are. We're going to do the, Jalen, we're going to do the wood infusible ink part 2 in a couple of days. I'm trying to get all my ducks in a row, okay? So the thing I don't like about this particular card is that it is going to have this back to it, and this part is going to go on the inside of the card. But to me, that looks kind of a little not so great. So what I do with a lot of cards, what just happened? Okay, is I take this out, and we don't need those. And what I'm going to do is isolate the image that's on the front of the card by first, I'm going to just detach the score line. So let's go ahead and do that. Detaches down here, okay? And you see we have the score line. We don't need it, but we'll put it over there. We need it in the future. Okay, and now what I want to do is change the size of this card. This card is set up as an A2 card or an R20 in Cricut speak. A2, R20 are the same kinds of cards, which are basically they're 8.5 by 5.5. When they're folded, they're 4.25 by 5.5. And this is a standard size for a card. My cards, because I just like to make big cards, I like to use the A7 cards, which are 5 by 7. So in order to do a 5 by 7, I need to increase the width because it's going to be folded, right? So I need to increase the width to 10 inches because folded it'll be 5. And then the height I need to increase to 7. So I'm going to do that up here. I'm just going to unlock this, and I'm going to type in 10 for the width and 7 for the height. Okay. And that brings me to, I don't know what's going on my my Cricut right now. I don't know why it's kind of jumping around, but please bear with me. Okay, so here it is, 8.5 by, I'm sorry, it went from 8.5 by 5.5 to 10 by 7. Now what we need to do is actually eliminate the back part, and we're just going to isolate the front part. So we're going to go here and get a shape of a square. We're going to unlock this square and make it 5 inches wide and 7.25 inches high. Now, the reason why I'm doing that is because what I'm going to do now is I'm going to slice this. So I'm going to first grab both of these and do an align left because I want an exact size 5 by 7. Once I have the line left, then I'm going to come down here to slice. Once I slice, I can just sort of pick away. Now, slicing is sort of like, I always tell people, it's sort of like making cutout cookies. So if you had experience with making cookies this season, then you will know. that you have to like have roll out the dough, and then you use your cutout, it cuts it out, and then you have leftover dough. Well, this part here is like the leftover dough. So we're just gonna get rid of that, okay? And now we have isolated this image. We have a beautiful card front, but now we have to build some things around it. So we're going to go back over to shapes, and we're going to choose another square, and we're going to actually, let's do that twice. Okay. So this shape, I'm going to change it to black because that's the color I'm going for. I want this to be glitter gold. And so I'm going to, I think glitter gold looks awesome with black. So this is how it looks. And I'm going to unlock this and make this 5x7. 5x7. Okay, and just so you can see how it looks, I go to arrange and I send it to the back, and then there's going to be the front of my card. Isn't it gorgeous? Beautiful. Then we're going to take this. So let's move these two pieces over here. Then we're going to take this, we're going to unlock it, and we are going to make it 10x7. So this is our card base. We're going to change the card base color to white, and we're going to take that score line that we had before. We're going to change it to 7 inches. And then I'm going to, wait, I have to arrange this to the back. And then what we're going to do is select both of these, do an align center this time, and then attach. So we're just basically adding a score line. The score line came from Shapes. If you don't know where to find it, it's free and it's part of Shapes, okay? But this card's not finished. It needs a little bit of a sentiment on the inside. So let's go trolling through the search engine, through the image searches, and find something. So I wanted something that said a little bit more than Happy New Year. So in the search, I'm just going to type in New Year, because I didn't want it to be Happy New Year. I wanted it to be something else besides Happy New Year. And so I'm looking all around, and I was thinking that for this card, I would do like a written sentiment. So I came across these ones here. See these ones? Happy New Year, Mrs. New Year. And those are writing samples. Baby's first New Year. And this one I liked. So I'm going to bookmark it. It says, have a sparkling new year. You notice that it has this little A here. That A is to indicate that it is from the Access subscription. So it's the my tongue tied. Access is something extra that you pay for. You don't need to pay for Design Space, but Access is like a subscription. Everything's a subscription these days, and Access is one of them. You pay either monthly or by the year. I pay by the year, and there's a lot that comes with it. There's images, there's fonts, there's projects, there's discounts. There's a lot. So just so that you know. So I'm going to choose this one, Have a Sparkling New Year. I'm going to add it to my canvas. The only thing is that it's attached to what's called an offset layer. I don't like this offset layer, so I am going to ungroup it. I ungroup it right up here, ungroup. And I'm just going to take the saying off of the offset layer. And here is my card, and I'm just trying to get this. And I do need to resize it a little bit, and there's how I'm doing it. I'm using my little arrows. If I want to be precise, I come up and use the sizes, but I like to eyeball a lot of stuff. And so for me, this looks good. So now I'm just going to select them all and hit attach, because you have to attach text to your cards if you want to use a pen. Okay, if you're not using a pen, then you don't have to attach it. In fact, you wouldn't attach it because it would turn it into a pen. Okay, so we're actually all set to cut this out. Isn't this great? We have the front and the sort of sandwich layer, and then we have our card base. So let's hit make it. And something, if you don't know me, I love, love, love to make, I like to make good use. I'm cheap. I'm frugal. I like to make good use of my supply. So I always make things in groups of two because when you cut them out, you can use your paper and you're not like wasting paper. Okay. So, so I have to, I don't know why this is, sorry. So I use 8.5 by 11-inch paper a lot for my cards. So you can see here, this is going to be a white cardstock and with a pen and scoring, and so is this one. This is going to be black cardstock, and I make two so that it uses the whole sheet of paper. But this one is going to be iron-on, and it's going to be using this stuff. It's called Smart Iron-On, you see? And this stuff only works with certain machines. So the Maker 3, the Explorer 3, and then there is a different version, but it's the same sort of idea for the Joy. It's Smart Iron-On, and what it means by smart is that it does not use a mat. But we need to program our computers, our machines to indicate that this is iron-on and also smart material. So the first thing that we need to do is we need to change over here. I don't know if you can see it. Material load type. Okay. So I'm going to choose without the mat. All right. Now, the next thing that I'm going to do is because this is iron-on, you have to mirror your iron-on. I'm going to explain that when we get to the part where we're actually ironing it on, but just trust me to know that it's a mirror. You have to mirror them. So they don't look normal, like you can't read them, but it's going to eventually look correct. If you don't mirror, you're going to end up having your card look like this, okay? So then we're going to hit continue. And we are going to cut out we can do the card pieces first, but I want to do this mat, number 4, which is the smart material. So you can go here and select your material. I chose browse all materials, and you will see here that if I go to all materials, that there's a lot of things that are shaded out because smart materials don't require a mat. There are certain things you just can't cut without a mat. So we're going to go to compatible, and you'll see here it says Smart Iron-On Glitter. Let's choose that. And I always give my iron-on and my vinyl a little more pressure. You don't have to do that, but it's something that I like to do. So now I'm ready to put this into my machine. I'm going to bring you over so you can have a look. There's my machine, my Maker 3. I'm going to take my Smart Iron-On, comes in a box. This is a 3-foot box. And I am going to, you see here, there's my iron-on. This is shiny side, okay? And this is matte side. We're going to put it matte side facing up or shiny side facing down. And we're just going to feed it underneath these two little, I don't know what they are, guides. They're guides. And we're going to feed that in. And we're going to hit this button. And it will feed right in. All right. Now, all I need to do is hit this button and it's going to start cutting out. There's nothing else that you need to do. Now, if you are working, again, if you're working with non-smart materials or a machine that is not a Maker 3, an Explorer 3, or a Joy, you will need to use mats. So, for instance, for the black, we're going to need to put some black cardstock on a mat, and we'll come back and we'll cut that out, okay? So while we're waiting for that to happen, I can talk to you a little bit. Hold on just a second. Okay, so for people who have been with me for a long time, they know that I give away everything. I don't like to keep things because I have so much stuff in my house, just an incredible amount of things. And so I tend to give away my projects. It works so much better than any other option that I've tried. However, I am also deeply unorganized. And that's why I have people like Loretta to help me out and Shirley to help me out. And when I give away things, I tend to forget to send them out, or I have trouble sending them out. Over this past weekend, I went through all of the emails for people that I sent out, and there are some that I cannot find the original card that you won. So instead of making you wait even longer, I just wanted to tell you that if you haven't received a card from me, that's okay. I did get your email, but I'm going to end up sending you a different card. Okay. So going forward into the new year, we're going to do the giveaways a little bit differently. And I'm going to talk to Loretta and Shirley about that when I get more organized. What is that gonna be? Anyway, so just so that you know, if you did, I saw some emails from September, and I'm like, why the heck have I not sent these out? It's because I have I haven't I was like waiting to put the card in with the envelope. It's a mess. It's a mess, but I love all my beautiful chaos. So I'm just gonna have to go with it, and I hope that you guys are okay with that. um, Okay, so we're still cutting this out. The other thing I wanted to talk about is I wanted to tell you that we have a giveaway every single month. So the giveaway this year, it's going to be the same thing every month, but you're going to love it. It's called the Cricut Maker 3 Plus Everything Bundle, which is this machine right here. And that includes, let's see, it includes the machine, obviously, but it also includes smart materials like this, iron on vinyl, smart paper, because there is such a thing as smart paper, And hold on. And I actually just thought of something while I was picking something up off the floor. Okay, so it also includes tools and pens. It's a really awesome, top of the line package for our cricketeers that really just wants to get started. We also offer something called a learning plan, and there are learning plan kits. And so whoever wins each month will win their choice of a learning plan. Lori Jo Carroll, who was the winner last month, chose the paper learning kit plan, and so learning plan kit. And so she is soon to be receiving her brand new machine, all of the extras, and that learning plan. I'm sure she's gonna post pictures of it all. So if you want, how do you get into this? Well, we're giving away 12 of these packages, one each month. And so it's going to start off in January, of course. And so you are going to, all you're going to need to do once it's set up is get your name in once. All you have to do is put your name in once, okay? And the only thing that I ask is you help me become a little bit bigger by subscribing to my YouTube channel, which you're all on right now. Are you all subscribed? Because you should be subscribed. There's so many videos. There's over 1,000 videos. And I just want for you to know that if you subscribe, I will not hound you, but I will post these daily videos for you, and you'll learn a lot. You'll learn a lot. Okay, I'm done here. So let me just get that out of the machine. And while I'm sitting here, I'm also going to go over to the black cardstock. So here's my black cardstock, 8.5 by 11-inch cardstock that I have put this way on my mat. You don't need to fill the entire mat. I think when I first started, I was thinking, what do I have to put 12 by 12-inch paper because the mat is 12 by 12? No, not at all. Not at all. So we're just going to go in here and hit load, and I've already chosen medium cardstock. So we're going to choose that. And it's going to cut out my 2 rectangles that I'm going to use as a background for this card. Okay. So I'm going to hit go. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. Now, next up is the card base. The card base uses a scoring wheel and also a pen. So I'm just going to use this basic pen. And this is the one that a lot of people get inside of their machines when they buy their machines. And then this is a scoring stylus. If you don't have one of these and you want to make cards, I would totally recommend it. It's less than $10 and it's good. You know, it's worth it. So I'm going to take this out, and now what I need to do, you're not seeing it on my screen, but I need to just choose my medium cardstock, right? And I'm going to take my white paper. I'm going to put it in. Now, the first thing that the machine does is it does scoring. Then it does writing. Then it does cutting. So in this case, we have all 3 of those things happening. We're going to do scoring first, then writing, and then cutting. Okay, so I'm going to take my scoring stylus. I'm going to open up and clamp A.
How you doing?
And I'm just going to click it down and close that. I'm going to hit go. I know. I'm so happy for our winners. So while this is doing that, I'm going to wait for it to do the scoring. I'm going to take out my scoring stylus. Then I'm going to put in my pen and make sure it clicks all the way down, and then hit this button again. Now it's going to do the writing, the Have a Sparkling New Year with all the little sort of little stars on it. Okay. While I'm waiting for that to happen, I'm going to take this roll that we cut out, and I'm going to just cut right across, just like this. I'm going to try to be as straight as possible because this is all left over from that roll. So I'm going to just roll it back up and put it back in the box. That's how I organize my things. And I am terribly disorganized, but that is one thing I'm really good at. So you see it's doing the writing. And then once it's done with the writing, it will automatically go into the cutting part. So I'm just waiting for it to finish up the writing, and then it goes automatically to the cutting part. So I will bring you down to my... right here, I'm going to bring you down. Wow. Okay. This thing that I use, the watch which tells time. Anybody know that? A clock which tells time. Anyway, it's a little bit creaky. Must be cold from the winter. So, okay. Here is what we're going for. This is the card. And there's the inside of the card. Now, what I did here was, and I always do the card at least once before I show you it. And what I would mention is, there are these dots here because I didn't wait for the ink to dry. So do not do that. Don't do that. Don't fold your card yet until you get done drying the ink. And it was a gel ink, and that's why it was taking so long. All right. And I got, you know, I got like, what's the word? Impatient with the process. You mustn't be impatient with the process. So here are all my pieces. I'm going to just show you. This is my 2 cutouts. So I'm going to get one of these. This is a weeding tool. Now we're going to need to use heat to apply this to cardstock. Yes, you heard me right. You can apply iron-on with heat. So we're going to use this little number, one of my favorite easy presses. This is the mini. It's in the Zen blue. Isn't it beautiful? Bet a lot of you got those for Christmas. So we're going to use that, so you know. We're also going to use something called a pressing mat. So if you have your pressing mat and you're following along with me, then make sure you have that out as well. We're not actually using glue on this card, but we're going to use double stick tape. So I can just kind of show you how that works as well. Okay, so here we go. So there are my 2 cutouts. Now I know you can't see the design on there. I do have the light on so I can see it better. But what you're going to do is take your weeding tool and you're going to go through while looking at the light. I've got to get a little more light on the subject, and we're going to just take away the parts that are cut out. That's the beauty of the Cricut. That's all it does, right? So let's see. We're going to just pick and pull off these pieces. I know you you have seen me do this before. But basically, I think this is probably the hardest part. And you're just going to remove all the little pieces that create the design. So here's one I already started doing. I figured save you the trouble of having to see me do the whole thing. But now I need to get these letters out. So I'm going to go in with my weeding tool. This actually is called the True Control weeding kit, I think. Weeding kit. And all these items are available at Cricut. I am a Cricut affiliate, so if you want to order something, I would appreciate it if you use my link and my code. I haven't heard from them, but recently I do know that my code, which is Miss Rita, is going to be coming up for renewal. I think I'll change it to Cricut Chat or something like that, so you guys will remember the name of the program, Cricut Chat. Anyway, the code will give you 10% off and free shipping for orders of $100 or more, and 10% off on everything material. So not machines, but 10% off of all the materials that you might buy. And let's see, don't forget that it's stackable, because you can, as being a Cricut Access subscriber, if you are a subscriber to Access, you get a discount, and you're able to use my discount on top of that, so you can stack them, is what I mean. So if any of you guys know about coupons, if you're a big like Kohl's Cash fan like me, then you know that that stuff really adds up after over time, and you save quite a bit of money. Plus you don't have to pay for the shipping. But and I hate paying for shipping. I really do not. As soon as I see something that has shipping, I'm like, do I really want this? Do I want to pay the shipping? I know it's bad. I shouldn't do that. But anyway, so there is the wrong side, okay? And here is the right side. So you can see the design. It says Happy New Year. Let's take our little black so you can see it, okay? And now what I'm going to do is take out, I mentioned this earlier, this is my mat. So now you can see why we do it on the back side, because when you turn it over, it says Happy New Year and you can read it, okay? So I am going to turn on my Easy Press Mini. I'm going to put it on medium, which is just 2 of these squiggly lines. The reason why I use matte is that I want to protect the surface below. So that's why I'm doing it. And then I'm also going to take my 5x7 inch cardstock. I'm going to line this up as best as I can, just like that.
I'm not sure I understand.
Oh, my watch is talking to me. Hold on. Stop, watch. Anyway, so see how this is going to go on here? You see? Just like that. Now, I have it on 2. How do I know it was supposed to be on 2? Oops. Look at, I pressed it. I put it on 2 because I used the heat guide. Do you know about the heat guide? It's a really cool thing, and you can find out with any of your easy presses how to program it so that you won't have a failure in your iron-on. Now, you could also use an iron if you wanted to, but I haven't used my iron in forever. My mom said to me the other day, my mom said to me, it's like, I have to iron this. This is something she wore at Christmas and we threw it in the wash, all cotton. And I'm like, Mom, nobody irons anymore. Does anybody iron anymore? I don't. So, okay, it's all ready. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to place it on my cardstock. I am holding it in place because I don't want it to shift. And it needs to be 25 seconds on all of the surface. So if you have a larger easy press, you could certainly use that for this. We haven't ever done that, but I think I'll try sometime soon so that you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, and this is very hot. Please be careful. Don't put your thing on anything other than this or the cradle that it comes on. It is super hot. You will burn yourself if you're not careful. And so you need to be careful. The thing I like the best about this over a regular iron is that there's no steam element, and steam, that water from the steam can really cause problems with your iron-on. So if you are going to use a regular iron, definitely do not use steam, okay? And I'm just going to be patient with the process. Be patient with the process. Be patient with the process. So, have you all got your Christmas decorations down yet? I always keep mine up to at least Epiphany, or it's also known as Little Christmas. What years? Or it's also called Twelfth Night. This year, I think it's on the 7th. I'm not really sure. But my house looked like a glitter bomb exploded in it. Oh my goodness, so much glitter. And so many things. And Santo's here today. I think he's going to help me out with things. Are you right there? Well, I thought he would be right there. Maybe he's having a cup of coffee. Anyway, I work from my home. My dogs are often here. In fact, they love to just hang around me when I am when I'm crafting. Santo, are you there?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's there. Gonna help me. I'm doing this on the back because I want to keep the cardstock straight. And sometimes when you iron on the cardstock, it will get a little bit wavy. That's because paper has everything has water in it, right? And the water is what is reacting to the iron, the hot plate. Okay. And I know I'm probably overdoing it, but I'm talking too. All right. All right. So I think I'll just stop doing it right now. I'm going to put it in its little cradle and I'm going to let it cool off. I'm just going to move it off of this because it is rather hot. Be careful. And now I'm going to take my card base. Nope, this one's not my base. Here's the base. I'm going to fold it right at the score line. This is so easy. So easy to do. If you're afraid, don't be. It's so super easy to do. And then I'm going to take my double-sided tape. Now, double-sided tape is something you can get at the Dollar Tree store, or the dollar store, and or you can buy it like at the craft stores, or if you're like me, you buy it on Amazon because you buy a ton of it. It's really not something that you should spend a lot of money on. It's just, this is a 1/4 of an inch double stick tape. This white part is the covering, and that's all I was doing here, was placing some down on my card base. And if I wanted to get real fancy, I could put a little bit more here, but I don't think I need it, but we'll do that anyway. All right, now let's see if we can start peeling this away. Yep. So we're peeling away that top layer. I know you can't see it, because I'm putting my hands there. And whoops, look. I got a little piece here that I didn't put enough heat on. So I'm going to get my, that's why I kept my little Easy Press on. I'm just going to hit that little corner with a bit of heat so that it will finally adhere. All right. I think that should be enough, but I have to let it cool. Oops. Let me let it cool. And while I'm letting it cool, I'm going to take off the top portion of this double stick tape. Oops. Ah, that didn't work out well. Make sure you always like really press down that double stick tape. I have a tendency to just do it with my weeding tool, is I just press down so that it will come up easy. That's what I'm doing there. All right, now let's see if I got my corner right this time. Yep, it worked. This is just the transfer part. You can throw that away or recycle it. Whoa, what did I do? I accidentally pressed this on my, this piece of tape is giving me a hard time. So I'm going to remove it and put a new piece on. Got a lot of nice chat going on in the chat room. Ah, why? Why is it doing this to me? Ay, ay, ay. Not so good. Not happy. All right, let me try this again. 3rd time's the charm, right? Do it right here. Okay. All right, and now I'm going to take the top of my card, this beautiful top of my card, and I am going to, oh look, I have a dog hair in here. Yikes. Okay, I'm going to place it on the bottom, or actually on the fold side, just like that. And press down. You can turn it over and press down like that. And there you have this gorgeous card. Isn't it great? Wow, really nice. I really like it. And I can actually send this one out to somebody. So that was easy, right? Wasn't it easy? Oh, 39 cents. All right. So people keep talking about this project that I did with alcohol inks and tiles that my friend Santo, my contractor boyfriend friend Santo got for me at the Home Depot. And I don't know, prices have been really kind of crazy these days, but I think they cost like less than 50 cents. All right. And so I just wanted to show you that you can get that project from here. So let me just show you. So we're going to just cancel out of this, and I'm going to save this. And by the way, if you didn't want to do a Happy New Year, you could do a Let It Snow one. It's the same technique, okay? And I'm going to just save that, and make sure you save it. And when you save it, make sure that you go here, just click on the name after you've saved it, go here, and then you can hit make it public. And you can also do edit project details. So one of the cool things about the community is that it showcases all those great projects, right? And it tends to, I think it only showcases projects that have good images. So one of the things that I tell people when they're just getting started is always take a picture of what you made. I have a tendency to take more than one picture, but that's neither here nor there. But take a picture of what you made, because you're going to be surprised come December how much you've learned over the course of the year. Always do that. And when you do have it, you can upload it to the project detail page, and maybe your project will get featured. That is a possibility. So you just simply go and hit this plus sign. I'm on my computer and I have the cloud, so I go to photos. Takes a while for my computer to go to photos, and I find the photo that I want to use. Let's try this one. I already have one, but you can put more than one, and it takes a minute to sort of figure that out. But you see here, I have 2 photos, and then I can rename the project, and then I can add a description, and then I can do this thing called tags. Now, tags are really important. For you to find your projects, but also we have these community challenges that come up, and I'm sure we're going to have another one pretty soon. And you need to understand, if you want to participate in the giveaway, you need to understand how this part works, because this is how they choose winners. Okay, and then when you're done, you hit save. Now I'm going to just show you. It's going to take a second. I don't know why it's going to take a second. This has been happening to me all morning. All right, it worked. All right, and now I'm just going to show you, here's my stuff. These are all of my images. If you see anything you like, I probably made it. And so yeah, I have a lot of images here, and I'm just going to look for this one here. This is called Positive Affirmations for Tiles, which I don't think that I made public, but now I just did. Today is a new day. Oh, this was a different one that I used. Where's the one that I used? I don't see it here. I don't know. It's somewhere. I don't know where it is. And there you go. All right. So that's going to do it for me for today. I ran a little bit over. We try to keep the class to 45 minutes. If you missed something, definitely come back and watch the replay, or there it is. There's the encouraging words. And I did make it public. Okay, so this is the encouraging. This is something that people are doing. They're buying the tiles. They're just 4x4 or 6x6. I use 6x6 at Home Depot. They're just plain ceramic tiles that are decorated with alcohol ink, which is a kind of a card making accessory, I think. And then we ironed straight on top of the ink, and it was really a lot of fun. Thank you, Loretta. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for coming today. I'll be back tomorrow. I haven't decided what I'm going to do tomorrow, but I will be back this week for Infeasible Ink Part 2. I needed to prepare my wood because, as you might have learned last Friday, was it Friday? Yeah. The wood that I was using infusible ink on needs to have a base for it to be vibrant. And so we did like a no base wood, and that worked out well, but it's very muted colors and I want to see that bright color. So we're going to do some infusible ink on wood using a base. And there's a couple of bases that I have to prepare so that you guys can see how that works. That will be this week. It may or may not be tomorrow. I haven't decided. Anyway, thanks so much for coming, and we will see you really soon, I hope. And I hope you have a wonderful first business day of your new year. Happy 2023. Take care, everybody. I have Loretta. Loretta, you're so great. I love you so much. All right, everybody. We will see you tomorrow at 9 o'clock, I hope. Take care. Bye-bye.